You know, once in a while, there are moments that come along in life that just make you lose all faith in society as a whole. Now would be one of those moments. Fame, it's something that many of us would love to have. As humans, it's a basic need of ours to be accepted by our peers, the ultimate of which would be to be adored by the masses. And historically, people have become famous for all kinds of reasons. Some become great inventors, some start wars, and some become great entertainers. But in the past, there have been people that have become famous for reasons that are less deserving. So that's what this video is going to focus on, because sometimes it's fun to highlight the weird in the world. So here they are, 10 people famous for really weird things. Number 1 is Plenty Wingo. In 1931, a guy named Plenty Wingo was talking to some friends about publicity stunts when he came up with his own. He decided to walk backwards around the world. With a pair of reflective glasses and a sign pinned to him stating what he was doing, he set off on his journey. He made it 13,000 kilometers before being sent back over a border dispute with Istanbul. 45 years later, he started a new journey, this time walking 635 kilometers from San Francisco to Santa Monica. And that journey was enough to land him an appearance on The Tonight Show with Johnny Carson. Really? The Tonight Show? That's a really impressive feat for somebody that's clearly a few slices short of a loaf. He's crazy. Number 2 is Ikkyu Sojan. Ikkyu Sojan was a monk who lived in Japan between 1394 and 1481. Being a part of Mahayana Buddhism from an early age, he rose through the ranks until he was ultimately bestowed the honor of Zen Master, only to quit 2 weeks later to pursue a life of drinking and whoring. Not willing to give up the life of a monk, nor the life of drunk whoring, he founded his own school of Zen philosophy called the Red Thread, which adopts a focus on the erotic. Yeah, I don't think it works like that, bruh. You can't be a Zen master and be completely at peace while still going out for 2-for-1 shot night at the local monastery. Nah. Number 3 is Bill Britt. In 1969, Bill Britt, a former insurance salesman, decided to leave his wealthy lifestyle to go live in a makeshift tent on government property. He lived there for 16 years before his tent was destroyed, but that didn't stop him. He was successful at framing himself as a victim to the media, which garnered him enough attention to make it onto The Late Show with David Letterman. After that, he rebuilt his tent and continued to live on government property, making money from selling bottles and cans, and refused any form of charity or help until he died on March 9th, 1988. Really though, who does that? Like, who just wakes up one day and goes, I'm gonna go live in a tent now. Number 4 is Margaret Adams. Margaret Adams, who goes by Maggie Bon on YouTube, found fame after she began uploading videos of herself just staring at the camera. Yep, that's the world that we live in. After going viral several times in America, her videos started being featured on Japanese television. Several of her videos have millions of views, including one video which has 12 million views. She stares into a camera. For those wondering, yes, she's still active. In fact, she just uploaded a new video a few days ago. You know, her videos have a lot of views, and I have a sneaking suspicion as to what's going on the other side of the screen, but I don't want to know, cause ew. Number 5 is Dave Bodden. Dave Bodden is an American citizen who found fame after publicly claiming to be the reincarnation of Christ, and if you think he's crazy, he's got over 100 people that follow him. In addition to his claims of being the son of a deity, he also claims to be the one true pope after holding his own election in March of 2005, which consisted of 6 votes, including those from himself and his parents. He continues to this day to call himself the pope and has even had a documentary made about him. I'm sorry, this guy may be crazy, but what does that say about his parents? I mean, who could possibly believe somebody's the reincarnation of a god?
Well, I don't think it's that crazy. After all, I'm the reincarnation of Darth Vader.
Eugene, you're not the reincarnation of Darth Vader.
What's that?
Nothing.
That's what I thought.
Number 6 is Dave Johnson. One day in the 1980s, Dave Johnson decided that he was going to dress up as a bush and scare people that walk by him. Because that's a totally normal thing to do with your free time. But after a while, he became very well known in his city, San Francisco, and even started making up to $60,000 a year from tips from the very people he was scaring. However, in 2004, the local district attorney tried to shut his operation down after countless complaints started rolling in. Believe it or not, he won that case and continued to do it right up until he died at the beginning of 2014. He had amassed a legion of fans and even had his death announced in newspapers all all over California. But can we take a moment to acknowledge the fact that this was probably just a mentally disturbed old man who got his jollies from jumping out of bushes and scaring people? It's too bad YouTube wasn't around when he first started, because he would have been huge. Number 7 is Robert Coates. In 1810, Robert Coates began performing in theaters despite not being a trained performance actor. His performances were universally hated due to the fact that he frequently broke character, wore tacky outfits, and generally just gave really bad performances. Despite the fact that audiences routinely threw food at him, he continued his performances for 6 years until ultimately his bad performances are what he became known for. In fact, audiences began showing up just to see how bad he really was, to the point where before his retirement he was selling out events, turning thousands away. Good lord, the more stupid stuff this guy did, the more attention he got. Wait a minute. He was the original Kanye. Number 8 is Dick Wilson. In 1964, the Charmin toilet paper company created a series of commercials starring actor Dick Wilson, who played a character named Mr. Whipple. The commercials themselves weren't that amazing, but for some reason the American public became infatuated with the character of Mr. Whipple. Because of that, he went on to star as that character in 500 commercials spanning a career of 21 years. In fact, in a 1978 poll, Mr. Whipple was the 3rd most recognizable man in America, right behind Richard Nixon and Billy Graham. Not a bad career considering his humble beginnings of playing a character who peddled poopy paper. Number 9 is Alvin Kelly. In 1924, stuntman Alvin Kelly decided to climb a flagpole and sit on it to promote a nearby theater. He was able to sit on it for a total of 13 hours and 13 minutes, launching him into a career where he sat on flagpoles for a living. The thing was though, in order to keep the novelty of his act from wearing off, he continuously had to break his own record, which he continued to do right up until his very last performance, where he sat on a flagpole for a total of 49 days in a row. For his troubles, he earned a total of $100 an hour for 6 years until the Great Depression hit. And in case you were wondering, he survived up there by consuming only liquids and peeing through a tube in his pants. Again, really weird way of becoming famous, but this guy was making the equivalent of over $1,000 an hour in today's money to pee at the top of a pole. I'm in the wrong business. And number 10, Ruthie Fontaine. Ruthie Fontaine was a 26-year-old tavern operator from Iowa who became famous for the way that she served beer, by placing the mug on a boobies and carrying it to customers. Once she became well known for that, she got in trouble twice with the law, which only further boosted her infamy. But unlike most of the other people on this list, she never tried to cash in on her fame and instead opted to fade into obscurity and quietly get married. I think the most interesting part of this story is that before her fame was over, somebody had named a pair of mountains after her called the Ruthies. Naming a pair of mountains after a woman's breasts. You know that guy's lonely. And that's it for this video, guys. Before I let you go, I just wanted to let you know that your boy has a Snapchat. I add stuff all the time to my story that you don't get to see in my videos, and it's been really fun lately because I've been traveling so much. Plus, once in a while, I randomly pick some of you to live video chat with, which is always fun. So, if you haven't added me yet, make sure you do that. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, please share it on Facebook and Twitter and give that like button a click, and I will see you all back here on Saturday with a brand new video. Peace. Hey guys, thanks for watching my new video. If you'd like to subscribe to my channel, just clickety-clack that red subscribe button, and don't forget to add me to Snapchat, username Matthew Santoro. Like I said, a ton of stuff from my daily life goes into my story, plus once in a while I do stuff like this. Hello?
Hi.
Yo.
Hi.
What up?
Crazy.
What's crazy?
You're right there. My friend Luke is probably really jealous now.
Maybe.
She's like about to cry.
From Dubai, what's up?
You're from Dubai? Damn, that's crazy.
I'm always watching your videos. Biggest fan here.
Oh, thanks man, I appreciate that. I love doing that, it's so much fun. Anyways, add me and I will see you later. Bye.